What's up, YouTube? It's Chef Mike T once again, and today I'm going to do a yellow rice for you with carrots. And it's a simple yellow rice. It's not hard to do. You can do it with just simple ingredients. It's not too much, and it's just a simple yellow rice, and I'm going to show you how to do it.
Alright,
let's get started.
We're going to start on the yellow rice. We have our burner on 2, which is below medium heat, which is basically low. And what we're going to do, what we're going to first add is our 2 tablespoons of butter and then olive oil, and let it melt. So I'm doubling my yellow rice recipe. It usually calls for 1 tablespoon of butter and then 1 cup of rice, but today I'm doubling it because I want more, of course. So I have 2 cups rice instead of 1 cup. What you want to do is you want to get the butter and the olive oil in there real good. And then what you want to do is you want to add a ½ cup of onion. It could be Vidalia onion, Peru onion, Spanish onion, any type of onion, or chopped green onion. And then we want to add our garlic. This is 2 cloves of garlic exactly, chopped up, really good. And what you want to do is when you stir it, you don't want to stir it where the onion and the garlic is starting to turn brown, which you'll have that burnt taste in your yellow rice, and you don't want that. You just want to make it a little bit soft. And then the next thing we're going to add our 4 tablespoons of carrots. Just simply stir that with it. And then we're going to add a little bit of salt and pepper. There's really no measurement for it. You could put your liking of salt and pepper. Depends if you like a lot of salt or a little bit of pepper. Stir that in there real good. The next thing we're going to add, when we stir that real good, we're going to add some chopped chives. You can get this anywhere, almost any grocery store. Stir that in there real good for flavor. Alright. Since we got that stirred in there real good, we're going to add our 2 cups of rice. And just like brown rice or jambalaya, you want to stir up this rice really good and very consistent where all the butter, onion, and garlic gets on it, and kind of brown it. Never add cooked rice to the yellow rice recipe, or that'll make it won't even come out right. You always want to start it out raw with raw rice. And then what I'm going to do when I'm stirring it, I'm going to turn it up about 2 notches to 4, which is exactly medium heat, so that rice can get cooked. And when you stir your rice, you don't want to stir it for too long, or what will happen is your rice will basically start turning into Rice Krispies. Literally, it'll start puffing up and turning white, which you don't want that, and it'll become really light and flaky. So you just want to stir it maybe about 3 minutes, 2 minutes, just basically until the rice is almost brown and has that little light brown look to it. We're going to stir about for 30 more seconds.
Josh Jones killing beats.
Okay, and the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna turn down the rice to low, back to low, and we're gonna add our turmeric, which is about 1 teaspoon. You could put 1 teaspoon or less than a teaspoon, because turmeric is a dry spice, and it's a dry spice like curry powder, and it's one of those things where you don't want to put too much of, or it'll have a really nasty taste if you put more than a tablespoon, really. And as you see, that turmeric is turning that rice yellow. That's the whole point of the yellow rice, is to have turmeric, because if you don't have turmeric, you really don't have yellow rice. Some people use curry powder. I suggest turmeric because it's cheaper and you can get a lot out of it. And then, since we got all that yellow on there, it's still on low heat. We're stirring it, and what we're going to do is we're going to add our 1 cup of chicken broth. One thing you can do if you don't have chicken broth like from the store, you can boil your own chicken for about an hour, cover it, and drain that chicken, and it turns into chicken broth, which is a really simple way to do it. And as you see, that chicken broth is adding the yellow color to the rice as we stir it. What we're going to do is we're going to turn this up back to medium. And then what we got here, we got our 2 cups of water. And what we're basically going to do is, when we're stirring it on medium heat, we're just going to stir it on medium heat for not that long, probably about 30 seconds. I'm going to stir about 15-20 seconds. And then I'm going to put it back on low. And then what you want to do is you want to keep it on low, and then you want to get a lid. Always need a lid, and let it come to a low boil and just let it sit there. And once in a while, almost every 10 minutes, whatever, you want to stir it up so it won't get scorched at the bottom. And just leave it alone for about 10 minutes and check back on it. And it should be done in about 30 minutes or less. And I hope you enjoyed the yellow rice recipe, and enjoy. Subscribe to the video, like the video, tell me what you didn't like, what you like, and have happy cooking. Okay, you guys, this is how your yellow rice should look after about 20-15 minutes just sitting there when it's on a low boil. I stirred this very often, about every 5 minutes, so it wouldn't scorch. And this is how it's supposed to look after a while. And remember to always have your yellow rice on a low heat so it won't burn. And it should always look like this, a bright yellow. And I hope it turns out good when you try it. Happy cooking.